Good morning, children. Today we are going to talk about the next topic, which is voice change. So, first of all, what do you mean by voice? That whatever the form of verb, okay, it's showing that whenever any action is done, okay, so whenever the action is done, how is it done, and is that said directly? Is the action done directly or it is done indirectly? So that is also based on that. So let's read out this. The form of a verb that shows whether the subject of a sentence does an action or has an action done. That's all what I said, that it means that if the action done by the subject, okay, in the sentence, when you just see a sentence and you see there that the action is done, basically we talk about an action done, okay, there. So in the action particularly in the sentence, if it is done directly or indirectly, okay, that is known to be voice. Okay, so now verb, or we can say the voice, it is divided into two types. Okay, let me first write it. Voice. Today we are going to talk about voice change. Okay, now first of all we have got to know that what is voice. Secondly, we'll see that the types of voice. So what are the types of voice? We have active voice and we have passive voice. Okay, so first of all, what is active voice? Now as I said that in the sentence, when you see that the action is done directly, or you get to know that the action is done directly, so in that case that is active voice. And if we get to know the action has been done indirectly by someone, so that is passive voice. Okay, now what we will do today in this part is that we will talk about the process of changing from active voice to passive voice, or vice versa. That means active to passive or passive to active also. Once you have just learned about active to passive, then you can also know about how you need to change from passive to active also. Next thing, we'll learn that, and we will do it in three sections. Okay, first will be in present tense, second will be in past tense, and third will be in future tense. Okay, so today we'll talk about present tense. Okay, so let's see. First of all, as it also focuses on tense. Okay, tense of the verb. So in that case, we have, how many tenses do we have? We have three kinds of tenses, right? So the tenses we have, those are, you all know, present tense, past tense, and that is future tense. Now these three tenses, as we all know that these are the three tenses, right? So now these three tenses are again redivided, or you can say subdivided into four subdivisions. That means all these three tenses, each tense is divided into four subdivisions. Okay, let's see what's that. I'll write only one time, the remaining will remain the same. Okay, so let us write about this. So the first one is simple present or present indefinite tense. This is the first one. Second one is present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and the last one is present perfect continuous tense. Okay, this thing is clear to you? You just need to understand, you already know that there are three types of tenses, and every tense here, present tense, past tense, future tense, they all are having this 4 kinds of subdivisions of tenses. Okay, so only this word, this present thing, will be changing in each cases. For past tense it will be simple past or past indefinite, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, past perfect continuous tense. So today we will only talk about the present form. Okay, in the next video we will talk about past, and the next we will talk about future. Okay, so let's start doing with the first type. Okay, so now we will first start with the simple present tense. Okay, I'm not again writing the name, so let us take for simple present tense. That this one you can also call as present indefinite tense also. Okay, so for your better understanding, let's do from your book itself. I had told you to go through the table. Okay, so you see that. So first one, let's see in simple present tense. So you see here, first of all, what is the sentence pattern? You need to know what is the sentence pattern of each tenses. Let's see. For simple present tense, it is subject plus verb plus object. It's very simple. Okay, the first part is very simple. Now let's place any subject here. I, okay, then what? Read a book. Okay, this is subject, this is verb, and this is object. Subject, verb, object. Now the thing which you need to know, or how you process in changing from active to passive voice, is that first you need to identify which is the subject, which is the verb, and which is the object. If you have identified these 3 things, then the process continues. So what happens? Like this. Okay, it gets interchanged. Subject goes to the place of object, object comes in the place of subject. Okay, and while this change happens, then when the object comes in the place of subject, so according to that subject, because now that has become the subject, so how do you write that? Let's see now. So this is an active voice. Okay, now while we go to change this into passive, then how we will write? Let's write here passive. So as this is our object, so we will write a book. Okay, our subject has come. Now a book, this is singular or plural? It is singular. A book, one book. So for a thing, okay, we are referring to it, we are referring to a book as it. So with it, what is the auxiliary verb we will use? We will use is. Is, then the third form means past participle, then a by, then our subject. And while this subject comes in the place of object, then the objective form of I is me. So what happens here? This is subject. Let me show you how is the sentence pattern when we change to passive voice. That is subject plus am is are. Okay, that this am is are is depending on the subject, whatever subject it will be, plus past participle of verb, or you can say third form of verb, plus by plus object. Clear? This is the thing. Now let's talk about simple. No, this is the first one we have already talked. Shall we discuss one more with this was I think you are clear about it now. So if we get, you just need to remember this thing. This one. This is the sentence pattern. This is the sentence pattern of active voice. This is the sentence pattern of passive voice in case of simple present tense. Clear? Only in case of simple present tense. For every part of tense, we have different kind of sentence structure or sentence pattern, how we write that. In active voice, this is subject plus verb plus object. But while we change to passive, it changes to this. Okay, now let's talk about present continuous tense. Now what is the sentence pattern of present continuous tense? That is subject plus am, is, are. These are all called the helping verbs, okay? Plus verb plus ing plus object. Okay, this is the sentence pattern. This, if you find this, that means this is in simple present tense. That sentence, when you will analyze the sentence into these divisions, okay, subject, then am, is, are, that means helping verb plus ing plus object. When you will analyze or you will divide the sentence in all this way, then you will understand that it is in active voice plus it is in present continuous tense. Now let's place some sentences for this. For subject, let's now take we. Okay, we have taken first I, let's take now we. Then with we, what should we write? We will write are. Okay, let's take the same example. We are reading. Why reading? Because verb plus ing. Here we have chosen are because our subject is we. If it was something maybe I, then we could have written am as the no, here it's not added. And if it was some singular thing in third person, so we could have written is, just like here we wrote, because this is third person singular number. Okay, so we are reading a book. So this is our sentence in active voice and in present continuous tense. Subject is there. According to the subject, we have placed the auxiliary verb, then the main verb plus ing plus object. Okay. Now, how do we change this to passive voice? Let's see. So while we change to passive, it should be, we'll bring our object here, a book. Again, as this is third person singular, so we will write is, then what? Then what will come? Now here is the change. Because reading, are reading, ing, that means it is in present, and are is in present, right? So this is in present continuous reading. So when we see this, okay, ing, so what we will do, we will add here being, okay, then the third form of the verb read, then we will add a by, and then what will be the objective form of we? Us. Is it done? A book is being read by us. Now let's see what is it. This is subject plus auxiliary plus being plus past participle of verb plus by plus object. You can write this, okay? I forgot to tell you, you can stop at this very moment and you can write this. These things are also very important, okay? This sentence pattern is mostly important. If you have learned this, no, the sentence pattern, then you can write any sentence. You don't have to even remember about what is going to come next and all. If you just remember what is the, how do we write in active voice and how it is changed to passive voice, then you are completely sorted. You are done. You can do any kind of sentence. So you can just pause the video and you can start writing. Okay, next. Now we will talk about the left two more types of present tense, that is present perfect tense and present perfect continuous tense. Now we'll take a separate verb. Now we had done till now these two tenses we had done on the verb read. Now we'll do on something else. Okay, let's write, this will be present perfect tense. present perfect tense. So what is going to be the sentence pattern? Subject first of all plus have or has, okay, plus past participle of verb plus object, okay. So now see how we will write. We will write you have, because with you we put have, then done. Let's take the verb do, okay. You have done. Done is the past participle of do, the work, okay. Let's take this sentence. You have done the work. Now if you can see, this is subject, this is have or has. According to the subject we will choose if it there will be have or has, then past participle of verb done, and then our object. Now what will happen, this is in active, okay. So while we write to passive, how should we change? Object will come first, the work. Now what, how should we write now? Now as this is third person singular, so with third person singular we use what? Have or has. In case of present perfect tense we use has, okay. Then this will remain same, done by you becomes, it remains same, the work has been done by you. This is in passive voice. So let's now figure out what is the sentence pattern. This is subject plus have or has plus past participle of verb plus by plus you. Done. If you just know about this, your half part is done. Actually your entire part is done. Now if we talk about present perfect continuous tense, no? So that part is not usually used, okay, in terms of this active and passive voice. And if you see in your book, then that is not even mentioned also. You can see that in your page number 60 it's only mentioned up to simple, continuous and perfect only, okay, and in other parts also. So that part is not basically used. So if you just see these three parts of present tenses, then your entire part is done. So I hope you have understood. You just go through the sentence pattern and try to form some sentences yourself and try to do that. Then that will be more effective for you. You will understand already, okay. So that's all for today. In the next video you will get about past tense.